Hey everyone, Rudy here, and today we're going to be doing a quick unboxing and initial thoughts on the Backbone controller for iOS devices. Now here's just a quick look at the box and the specs on the back. This was designed as a controller to use with Xbox Game Pass and their cloud gaming, as the box really advertises that. However, you can use this with almost every other streaming game service and iOS games you have installed on your iPhone that support a controller. So let's go ahead and take it out and show you what comes in the box. Now the packaging is really nice in my opinion. It feels well made. And we're going to go ahead and take a look here on the inside, and right away we are greeted by the controller and a small card that just gives you the quick setup instructions. But, well, we don't really need those. This device is as plug and play as it gets. So there really isn't anything else that comes in the box, just probably some more instructions or some, terms and conditions stuff for it. But yeah, I'm going to put those away and just get to the main event, which is the controller. So put that away as well. And the overall feel of it is really nice, and it doesn't feel super plasticky or cheap. It definitely has a premium feel to it. You can see the logo on the back when it extends out, which is a really neat thing to have on it. Now on the bottom you do have a lightning connector to charge your phone while you're playing, and also a 3.5mm headphone jack in case you want to plug in some headphones. The controller does feel solid in your hands, and the thumbsticks are very similar to the joysticks found on the Switch. The R2 and L2 buttons have a good amount of drive in them and feels great. Buttons feel clicky, which is nice. The lightning port where your phone plugs in is used to power the controller, and if needed you can plug in a charging cable in case you're running low on juice. Now holding the controller with the phone in it won't really cause this little jiggle that happens here when you move the controller on each side, meaning unless you're really trying to, you won't have to worry about it breaking or getting cracked. Now here's my phone, and yes, I'm still rocking an iPhone 8 Plus as I patiently await the iPhone 13. One thing to keep in mind is that the Backbone supports the iPhone only, and most cases will not fit with it. Even my case that is super thin didn't work with it, so that is something to keep in mind. Thankfully my case comes off relatively easy. And now the way they show you on how to insert the iPhone to me feels wrong, so I always start with the top first, then push it open and insert the lightning connector second. The reason for this is when I first tried it the way they recommend, it just feels like it may cause some issues down the line where the connector might bend or break. I don't know, to me it just feels like this is the correct way to do it. Now when I take my iPhone off of it, I do take the connector part off first. Again, it just feels natural this way, and it doesn't feel like you're bending the connector. Once the iPhone is in place, it is very sturdy and comfortable to hold. I appreciate the space below the iPhone because I do like to keep my fingers under there to hold the controller. So here we're going to take a look at how the system works when it's connected. After you've downloaded the Backbone app from the App Store, it will ask you to sign in or create an account. I would highly recommend using an account that you have not had Xbox Ultimate Game Pass because it does come with a code to redeem 3 free months of the service, but only to new subscribers of Xbox Ultimate Game Pass. Now you can press the Backbone at any time to launch the app, and it will show you the recently played games on your phone and options to download additional games from the App Store. Now if you don't see your games listed on the Launch Now section, it does recommend you launch the game, and once you're playing it, press the orange Backbone button to add it to the list of games you can launch. You don't need to use the Backbone app at all. It is just there to kind of keep your games and stuff in a nice little interface. There is a friends list, but it also allows you to add users that only have the app installed as well. So launching the Call of Duty mobile app, it is very easy to transition to the game from the Backbone app itself. The joysticks did have me worried at first due to the size of them, but they feel great and very responsive. Aiming feels good, and overall the game feels great to play with the controller. It was something that I was concerned about once I got the controller in my hands, but it feels great to move around and to aim. So definitely nothing to really worry about unless you have really large hands. I could see it being a problem, but just showing some gameplay here, and yeah, the aiming feels nice. It feels like I'm holding like the PS4 controller or stuff, so it definitely feels great. Now, one thing I have seen in other videos is people asking, should I purchase this or should I buy a Nintendo Switch? I'm here to say that that is a question that doesn't need to be answered. I'm not here to compare or say which one is better than the other. I mean, why this comparison is happening, I honestly don't know. I'm sure they have a similar form factor and size, but the biggest main difference is software support. I mean, if you want to play Nintendo games, Animal Crossing, Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Bros., Legend of Zelda, and beyond, then you get a Switch. I personally have it for those and some indie titles that I want to play on it, but this controller is made for people that want to play some games on their iPhone. But no, I don't plan on replacing my Switch with this thing. So far, I've used it for games like Call of Duty Mobile, the PS2 GTA games, and a couple other ones that are not available on my Switch. And also, yes, you can manage to get some old retro games to play on this thing, but I also have other devices that can do that. I have this Pocket Go that can emulate stuff from Game Boy Advance and back. I don't need my iPhone to play those games. I feel that the backbone is there for you to play iOS games you can buy on the App Store. And sure, you want to try and play Game Boy or Super Nintendo games on it, I'm sure you will find a way to do so. I personally just like to have different devices that do different things. So before I purchased the backbone, I was using my DualShock 4 with this plastic clamp that I got on Amazon for like 15 bucks. I'll put a link in the description of it on this video if you don't want to spend too much but still want to be able to use a controller. They have different clamps for the PS4, Xbox, and I believe even the Switch Pro controller. So it's great to have a variety of options. After playing like this for a while, I felt that I needed something that was a little closer together. Playing like this for a while felt a little uncomfortable, so that is why the backbone has entered my life. Don't get me wrong though, this clamp is a viable option for many people, and it does work great, and you could still throw it in a bag for gaming on the go. So I went ahead and launched Vice City just so you can check this one out as well. I did purchase the GTA trilogy about a month or so ago when it was on sale on the App Store. It was like $12 for all 3 games, which is a huge bargain. Even though there are rumors about the enhanced ports of the 3 games coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. And yeah, I'll probably end up getting those too. I think I've bought these games like 5 times already. But yeah, the game controls feel great, and you know, playing this just takes me back to playing it on my PS2. So these are great games to have, and if you did grow up with them as well, I highly recommend them. If you started with GTA 5 or 4, these games are probably not going to feel great to you. It was one of those you kind of had to be there, but I would still highly recommend you get these because the old GTA games from the PS2 days are fantastic. So forgive my terrible driving. But getting to play these on the go has been around for a while with touchscreen, and you can use other controllers, but with the backbone I feel like I can really enjoy these games again the way I did back in the day. Now, one thing I did notice was pressing the A button to run started to cause Tommy to jump, which I don't recall that being the case in the original PS2 game. Normally jump is performed with X or square on the PlayStation controller. For a moment there, I thought my backbone was defective and that it was accidentally registering the X button while I was pressing the A button. I tested it with the PS4 controller and the same thing happened. So it might just be an issue with the port of the game. I don't really recall it being that way on the original game. I remember you can, mash X or A and it would continue to run. but it definitely did happen with the PS4 controller. So it was nice to know that there wasn't any issues with the backbone. So that was really nice. Now, my initial thoughts I've had on this device are for about a week of owning it, and honestly I can't recommend it enough. It's $100 on their site, but they also have payment options where you pay like $27 every 2 weeks, which isn't terrible. If you like playing Call of Duty Mobile and other mobile games and are looking for a really great controller for your iPhone, then I highly recommend the Backbone. Please don't compare it to the Switch. Don't ask yourself, should you get this or a Switch? If you want a Switch, buy the Switch. It's a $200 difference, so take that as you will, but don't let this be a I'm gonna get a Switch or this. This is great to just throw in your bag and just be on the go with it. The PS4 clamp was great as well, but if you want the premium feeling while playing mobile games, then the Backbone is definitely the controller to grab. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you plan on picking one of these up, or what is your controller of choice. With that, I am Rudy with the Retro Universe, over and out.